to preserve his career. Okay, you'll understand what that means when we go to that next charge. Again, remember, they said David was seeing Celeste at an age that he should not have been seeing her. So what you can kind of guess is Celeste must have told David, look, you finna be exposed. You're seeing me at an age that you should not be seeing.
Do you know how you avoid all of that? It's very simple. Fuck with women your age.
Look.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy D4vd, the casual, and we're back at it with another reaction video. So we're reacting to this David Celeste case. Long story short, off that nigga. Bring him back to life, and then off his ass again. Not gonna make this intro too long. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Other than that, let's get into the video.
So singer David has just been arrested for allegedly Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and he is going to trial. But what you got to understand is this trial ain't going to be simple. It's going to be a dogfight. Now, to understand why I said that, you got to understand what the police believe happened. Now, they charged David with 3 things, and these 3 charges are gonna tell us the story of what police believe happened. I need you to just wait and listen closely. Okay, look, first they charged David with Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Okay, then they charged him with seeing Celeste Rivas Hernandez while she was at an age that he should not have been seeing her at. If you don't know how old she was, look in the comments. Then they charged him with interfering with an investigation. Now, again, these 3 things tell us what police believe happened. Okay, what they say again, they said they believe that David Celeste, right? But something I forgot to tell you is they said under special circumstances, including lying in wait, that means kind of like ambushing, and somebody for financial gain. So what you can kind of guess from this is they're saying that David must have lured her to the crib, basically saying, look, come through to the crib, like I need to talk to you real quick, and then her for financial gain. They said David also her for financial gain. What that mean? Well, that means that David must have been doing this to preserve his career. Okay, you'll understand what that means when we go to that next charge. Again, remember, they said David was seeing Celeste at an age that he should not have been seeing her. So what you can kind of guess is Celeste must have told David, look, you finna be exposed. You're seeing me at an age that you should not be seeing.
Do you know how you avoid all of that? It's very simple. Fuck with women your age. Like, he need his ass beat for fucking with that girl. She was 4. I think they met way before she was 14. I think they met when she was, what, 13, 12? He need his ass beat. That nigga, you know how you avoid all that shit, bro? Fuck with motherfuckers your age. Why'd you fucking with a little girl? Shit ridiculous.
Maybe we're having an argument or something, and I'm finna expose you.
Because now, guess what? Every time, like, of course that was gonna happen. The moment y'all broke up, or the moment y'all got into it, you should have known. Well, I'm finna go to the police and tell them that you were fucking with me when you know you're not supposed to. Fucking goofball.
Right now, David said, oh, come through to the crib real quick. I need to talk to you, lying in wait. And then her for financial gain, because if he doesn't, she's about to expose him, his career is going to be ruined. Does that make sense? Okay, let's go to that 3rd charge that we were talking about. David interfering with an investigation. What that means? So that investigation could be Celeste reporting him, saying, look, David's seeing me at an age he should not be seeing me. And him and Celeste, that interferes with an investigation.
Also, let this be a lesson to all you young girls out there. Fuck with dudes your age. Please start fucking with dudes your age. Start fucking with teenagers your age, bro. Don't stop fucking with these grown ass men. Not trying to blame her for anything, but again, start fucking with people your age. Stop trying to be fast and fuck with these grown ass men. No. fuck with dudes your age, bro.
Maybe Celeste's parents went to the police. The police were investigating David, Celeste. That includes messing with an investigation. So basically what you can kind of infer is Celeste was probably going to expose David and David her for it. But here's where things start to get wicked. Like I said earlier, this trial is gonna be a dogfight. And how you know it's gonna be a fight is because of the fact that police took so long to arrest David. That tells you two things. One, the police evidence is not 100%. It's gonna be circumstantial. And two, they wanted to make sure that that evidence they got can't be countered by David's lawyer so easily. What does that mean? Well, the district attorney basically said it himself. He said, look, we don't have David doing this right in front of a camera. We had to be in the mud with it. Like, we had to figure out all of the evidence possible. We also got to make sure all of the rumors and the false evidence gets disproven too, because David's lawyer's finna use that against us as well. The police chief slides in. He gets kind of defensive. He said, look, all y'all saying we was taking too long, this and that. Like, we was in the weeds. Like, we was in the mud doing this. Like, we was working hard. Like, he wasn't getting that passionate, but like he was pretty passionate. He like, look, dude, like we took long because like we had to make sure all of our ducks were in a row.
Oh yeah, they gotta make sure they build up a rock solid case so that this nigga don't walk free. Cause he should not walk free. And I know people talking about, well, wait until the truth come out, wait for all that, man. Fuck that. He killed that girl. Chopped her body up, threw her body in the back of his car. And then went on tour as like shit didn't happen. Sick ass nigga, man.
12 can't convince 12, then we lose. See, what a lot of people don't remember is, yeah, police are gonna have their case. No matter how clear that it may seem, David's gonna have a lawyer on the other side and say, well, maybe that's not as clear as we think it is, huh? For example, let's say the trial happens. The prosecutor said, look, David texted her right here saying, pull up April 21st. David's lawyer finna be like, how you know she actually pulled up? Okay, shoot. Do we got her on camera pulling up on April 21st? See, that's the evidence that they gotta search for. They said, look, we got her on camera pulling up in the area. David's lawyer finna be like, oh no, David never saw her that night though. Maybe she got lost. Maybe she just went back home. How you know she was actually there? Oh no, we got evidence that she was there from forensics and all that. Okay, what if they...
Also, they can track her cell phone. I think they could. They should be able to track her phone. If her phone pings, shows that she was at that man's house, then bam, she was there.
Just had a simple conversation though, and she left, and then something happened to her outside. How y'all know David did it for real? Well, we believe David did it for all of these other little reasons.
Again, if she had her phone on her, they should be able to track to see where her phone was at.
You see, that's what I mean by a fight. They have to have the utmost proof, because sometimes people be sitting there on a jury. It takes that one juror to be like, well, David's lawyer finna jump on people's doubts. He's gonna say, are y'all 100% beyond a reasonable doubt positive that David did it with all that? Remember, like I said earlier, she could have just left the crib. David didn't see her. Somebody else might have did it. And then the jurors start questioning themselves. And then all of a sudden you lose a trial. Again, police said, not this time. We're gonna have a counter for their counters and a counter for their counters. So we'll see how good of a job police and the investigators did come trial. Now, something else you gotta note is the little things that go on behind the trial so you can get the edge. This is what I mean. So this is actual police going into David's house. There's like 20 police officers that stormed in. This is basically police saying, you see, David's pretty dangerous. Like, we really had to...
Yeah, the nigga dangerous. Brutalized that girl. Cut her body up and everything. Then just left her in the fucking trunk. When again, this could have been avoided if you just would have fucked with a girl your age. Shit crazy.
Pull up in force. It's what police...
Because then you wouldn't have to worry about her going to the police saying you fucking with her knowing she's underage. That's simple. But hey, you want to be the weird ass nigga fucking with... Again, I think they met when she had to be around 12. So yeah, you want to be a weird ass nigga fucking with 12-year-olds and you're a grown ass man. That's you, bro. That's your fault, dumbass.
to already try to shape the minds of people before a trial. An example of this being the perp walk. It shows police efficiency. It shows, look at this guy. He don't look like he an innocent guy. Like, look how many officers, look at the stuff we have with us. You really believe he's innocent? Fine, but it's in the fact that they also said David might be getting the penalty. This can also be used as leverage in a sort of sense between the prosecutors and David's lawyers. They can say, look, dude, we can give him the penalty. What if we just remove the penalty, give him life in prison, and y'all just say David did it? This can go 50-50. Are you really gonna bet your client's life on that? David's lawyer is probably gonna be like, hell no, let's go to 9 yards, let's go for it. But it's just another strategy that police have in their back pocket. It's the fact that they charged him with these 3 things. They said, look, just in case we can't prove that David Celeste, the fact that he was seeing her, okay, that's probably gonna go through. And he
getting charged with something. If they can't charge him on that, they go, oh well, nigga, we got you on, fucking with a minor. I know that if he not in PC, because I think he got arrested in Cali. So yeah, if he not in PC, I know they fucking him over. I know they doing that boy dirty right now out there in Cali.
can get a lot of years for that. So no matter what, they gave him 3 charges that might carry some large max sentences. So they're saying, look, he might get the max sentence for the fact that he was seeing Celeste at of a certain age. And if he gets the max sentence for that, that is a lengthy sentence on its own. Disrupting an investigation, if he gets a max sentence, that might be a lengthy sentence on its own. You see, just in case, they have their contingency. They want to make sure that he gets some years regardless. But of course, they're going to go for the big.
Yeah, he's not escaping this without serving time. He's going to jail for something. Like you said, if they can't find him guilty of that murder, they gonna find him guilty of fucking with an underage minor. This is that simple. You're going to jail, buddy. You're not getting out of that. Well, you're serving time. You're not getting out of that. He's already in jail.
One that he her. It's kind of like Diddy's trial. Diddy basically had one charge that didn't carry a lot of years, a middle charge that carried a good amount of years, and a final charge that carried life in prison. Diddy got found not guilty on the 2 bigger charges. He only got found guilty on the one that carried a little bit of years. But where it gets a tiny bit deeper is these charges that may be easy to prove that may not carry a lot of years can really range depending on the circumstances. In Diddy's case, he already served a prior sentence. Like, he was sitting there in jail waiting for trial. So Diddy's lawyer may come out and say, look, he was already sitting there for like a year or 2. Like, the charge that he got only carries like a year. Come on, y'all gotta just let him go. In David's case, since the circumstances are absolutely atrocious, the judge in David's case might just be like, max sentence, I don't care. You could say what you want, I don't care. Like, basically, David better get not guilty on all his charges, or a judge is probably gonna look at him and say, because of these insane, wild circumstances, boy, you finna sit in prison for a good while. David's lawyer might open his mouth and say, but judge gonna say, shut up, he going to jail.
Shut your bitch
But
ass
again,
up, nigga.
this can go a million different ways. We're just gonna have to wait and see what the prosecutors have. We're gonna have to wait and see what David's lawyers come up with to counter what those prosecutors have as well.
Anyway, man, yeah, that nigga should burn in hell for doing what he did. Like I said, off this nigga, bring him back to life, and off him again. He's a hoe. He should have known better. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Other than that, I'm gone.
Phone call like ring, ring,